Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. My name is DFree. Here today we're showing off the upcoming Extreme Z area free-to-play Trunks unit. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you are new for more content. This guy got a really cool upgrade, and I'm actually really impressed with all these free units getting EZAs and how good they become. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the guy can do here. So his super attack now does supreme damage while lowering the attack and defense of the enemies. He's also a 2-key 70% all INT type, leader. I wish all types. Passive skill is 100% defense at the start of the turn. Very, very important for free units to have defense. Despite the fact his defensive stat isn't that great, still, very nice. Attack plus 100% when facing 2 or fewer enemies. His attack is restricted, but the good news is 2 or fewer enemies is very easy to do, very common. You'll have that most of the time. Plus an additional 50% attack and great chance of performing a critical hit when there's an Android category enemy. The links are Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle. Very good link set for a free unit as well, especially having Fierce Battle. So there's that. So Trunks is actually really good. For the record, in this showcase, he will be getting that additional 50% and then the great chance for the most part, because I wanted to show him in his best case scenario, and that's about it. So do keep that in mind. Overall, Trunks, again, very impressive unit. We're going to go ahead and show him off here. So we're up against the Infinite Dragon Ball history where, again, it's all Android enemies. So I've been making this point a good bit lately, and I'm really, really hoping that they drop one of these stages soon. If we get a Fighting Legend Cell or like Legendary Goku type of event for a Cell or Android-based character, that'd be really awesome for a lot of these characters that have been coming out lately, like Krillin or the Super Vegeta, the INT Super Vegeta, or like this new Trunks. Also, the other Trunks on the banner right now, I believe, has a similar passive. Like, the Gohan, too, I believe, on the banner right now. Like, all these characters, like, oh, versus an Android enemy, like, get this boost, this, like. So, like, it would be crazy if they get one of those, because these characters are going to completely dominate those types of stages. So I can't really wait for that, man. I really hope that that's the case, and they do one of these soon. And this Trunks will be no different. So here's a scenario where Trunks will get pretty much all of his links and defensive support here. So there we go. With defensive support from the ever-powerful Gowasu, he's at 83,000 defense, which is comparable to the LR pre-Super. For the record, again, the LR does raise defense on Super, but that's a really interesting comparison to make. Okay, so again, not really saying he's as good as the LR, because obviously that's not the case, but yeah. Okay, let's move on. So 1.6, actually, you know what? This LR might beat this. Oh, that's right, that's right. Okay, that's good. Thank you for being a key-based attack. This is going to be key-based too, though. 1.3, so 1.3 million attack stat. That's not so bad. Yeah, I need to organize my rotations anyways. It's not so bad if these units are absorbing my attacks. It's not a big deal. Because really, he's supposed to be alongside a transforming SSJ Trunks. So we're actually going to get 2 transformations right here. And one of these is supposed to be alongside the other one that I'm trying to show off for that beautiful Fierce Battle link. So this stuff is way out of order anyway. So really, that was actually a blessing in disguise. Okay, so I also do need to float that Vegeta. Again, these rotations are all out of whack, but it's fine. Next turn, at least, he'll be alongside Gowasu, so we'll be able to, not Gowasu, excuse me, Mai. So we'll be able to see at least more offensive support, and he'll be in a good scenario. So the good news is the enemy is an INT attack, INT type, excuse me. And we have all these tech attacks, is what I meant to say. So if he doesn't get a crit, okay. I was going to say that the Vegeta was going to refill his life bar, and maybe we average that stuff out pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to leave Mai on rotation here at this point, actually. And the reason why is because I really want this Trunks to be alongside Mai and the tech transforming Trunks, and we'll be good in that scenario. Again, the links are very, very common among Trunks units anyway. Saiyan Lineage, he only has, for the record, Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle as attack links. So it doesn't really matter what else I really do with him, right? So let me go ahead and turn this off wherever it's at. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and just leave him here again. So we're going to go with that. And for the last unit, I'll let you go ahead and just do your super attack. You'll hit pretty hard there. So let's see what we can do. So Mai is going to get super attacked. Not a huge deal. She's fine. She's definitely fine. 174 is not what I'd consider fine, actually, but it's not so bad. Okay, 39. Okay, so where's Trunks at? 1.59, basically 1.6 million, while also debuffing. Can you imagine if that unit raised his attack and defense instead? He would be absurd. absurdly good, man. Absurdly good. Okay, so I, up to this point, haven't been the most incredibly impressed with him, but really the reason why is because I just got done recording the Blue Kyle Kenny EZA showcase, where I was just like, bro, what did they do? Why does this unit, why is he what he is, man? The whole video, that's all I did. I was just like, bro. So really, it's not Trunks' fault. It's not. But if I don't sound too impressed, that's why. I literally 10 minutes ago. So, yeah. All right, 17 is going to super us. It's not a huge deal, though, because at least, unlike this Trunks can block in before 80K. Okay, 28K. Gowasu is going to go ahead and get a super. And Vegeta should... I love the Gowasu face every time. I love this shooting, man. Vegeta's going through, or coming through. So I'm floating Vegeta out here so I can get these rotations lined up a little better. So from here on, they should be good, though. So that Trunks is probably going to never transform, just for the record, if you're wondering. I'm not going to bother with it. So we're going to put this one in the front spot, give him the first attack. And for the record, his defense is at 74,000 overall with the support from Mai. So, okay, I can see what he is. He's a good. He has the makings of a good unit. The only problem I really have with him is, you know, sometimes it's not going to be very common. 1.59 seems to be his peak offensively. It's not going to be very common, but sometimes, for the record, you will not be able to get his attack increase, right? Just sometimes. So there's that. I don't really like when they have the restriction, but it could be a lot worse, and it could be 2 or more enemies, which is infinitely worse for most of the content in the game. Like, that literally completely excludes most of the content in the game. Other than that, though, the defense is good enough for a free unit. I do wish his defense maybe was like 5K more. That does make a difference. It's not worth a gripe, but it does make a difference, right? I do wish maybe that was the case, but I think he's good. I think, though, where we just got the 17 and 18 units on the Japanese version, I think those units are probably still just a little bit more impressive, and that's funny and weird to say considering this unit is the only one with an EZA at the moment. But I think those free units are just so good. And a lot of that, actually, I think stems from the fact that they are able to stack attack, which isn't something that the game takes away from you. This guy debuffs, which is good. It has its own value. But I can't deny the fact that it's something that the game takes away from you in a lot of spots. They say, oh, you can't debuff enemies in this scenario, right? You can't attack. Like, even now, like, I'm actually, okay, not now. Really, I can debuff their attack, but I can't do their defense. But again, the game takes it away from you on the harder content. So I always have to kind of factor that in. For the record, I am breaking rotation here so we can get the attack increase from this Vegeta super attack. So this might be our absolute peak, aside from having a Mai in the last spot, which is also what I want to try to do too anyway. So let's see. So 1.61, yeah, pretty close to our peak. I can get Mai in the last spot, and we'll actually trigger the attack links. So that'll be our best case scenario for this guy offensively. And also, I want to get this guy out of the way, because this guy is just steadily climbing, steadily doing stuff, and it's not making the other one look any better. Again, I'm not mad at the other one. I understand what he is. I do have some minor gripes, but he's a good unit. Definitely among free units, and definitely good among people that just need more filler for certain teams, like the Future Saga teams overall. He'll actually be pretty good, I think, in SBR, though, for the record. For the most part, anyway. In SBR, sometimes there's too many enemies, but, you know, for the most part, he'll be able to... Because they gave him the defense at the start of the turn. It would have been worse for SBR if they gave him the attack at the start of the turn because he wouldn't be able to block. So the combination of defense at the start of the turn, along with... Let me avoid same colors. Along with the debuffing, right? That makes it to where versus SBR, he's fine. So they did a good job with designing him, at least. I'm actually really impressed with that aspect of it. So, okay, awesome. So I like to try to be fair, right? Try to be fair. I don't want to circle jerk on every unit. I try to be fair. But that SSB Kyle Ken, bro, he threw me for the biggest of loops, man. I just was like, what did they do? Why? What did they do? All right, so I'm forced into a Dokkan attack here. I will be missing Fierce Battle if I do it, though. I could give it to Vegeta and be missing Fierce Battle. I mean, the attack stat's going to be, if I get Fierce Battle, for the record, the attack stat's going to be basically what it was last turn. Because that's all he has is Fierce Battle and Super Saiyan, so it doesn't really matter who he's alongside. With defensive support, double defense, he's at 92K. So we'll just go. Whatever, it's fine. I'll give him the Dokkan attack. Of course there's a super in the front spot. Of course! 170. Pretty close to losing, actually. I won't lose, but pretty close. There we go. All 7 obtained. Okay, so next time we will have access to my, whenever we see this Trunks and Vegeta again. So that'll work out pretty well. So I would like to see my, and again, for the record, do consider that this Trunks is still getting that attack increase that he shouldn't have. His attack is probably closer to 1.2, 1.1 in that area. In these exact same scenarios, if he's not, wow, this card's at 1 million. If he's not alongside the Android event, right? So versus other content, he's probably closer to 1.1. We might as well just let the Trunks, honestly, just go for it. Whatever. So here and there. So yeah, these Trunks is probably just finish this off here. I don't really think there's much to really be concerned about other than that. So we move on to the next round. 2.4, okay. Moving on to the next round here. Okay, so now we have access to the final rotation that I really wanted to see in action. So I'm going to let the Vegeta Super in the front. We have the double defense support again. The defense is at 83 for Trunks. So we'll go INT. And for the last little bit, we will go, you know, I'll go ahead and do this just in case Vegeta was going to get supered. I don't want him to take too much and potentially cost me the match. I don't think he would, but I don't want him to cost me the match. All right, so let's see. Hopefully Vegeta does an additional super. That would actually be best case scenario overall. Definitely best case scenario. Okay, unfortunately he does not. 1.84, what, 7? So 1.85 pretty much rounded up. Not bad numbers from this guy. Okay. It's honestly pretty awesome that he can even reach these numbers overall. Pretty close to 2 million is pretty awesome. So, all right. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you are new for more content, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.